What do y'all think? I wonder if this thing's dead or these don't start. I wonder. Are y'all wondering? Well, I mean, we could test this battery first. Guys, I'm seeing a lot of ryegrass come out. I laid this here earlier, and I checked it. Oh no! Set this to 20. That's a really healthy battery, isn't it, guys? It's been sitting since Sunday, and today is Tuesday, and we're going into Wednesday. So what do y'all think? How about giving the old girl a ramble? I haven't done this to this tractor in a long time. Here's the magic key. Right here where the cat keychain is. What do y'all think about no choke? Let's see what it does. That gives me hope. I'm gonna see how quickly that thing goes flat in this winter. Okay. Won't smoke away. Let's see this smoky. Let's see if Smokey's on though. I should have run that John Deere longer. Ooh, she's cold. This is when you tell them, oh, it's cold out. smoking. Doesn't have any. Hey, usually that thing, that is the least that thing has smoked in the longest time. Oh man, what do we have here? HRR216 DCV160 engine. Let's just see how many pulls it takes if I put it on the least amount of throttle. I think this one's a little cold-blooded pig too. Alrighty, how about we go boom. That's full throttle. It took 3 pulls and didn't do a thing on low throttle. I bet this thing will start within 2 pulls. 2 pulls! There has never, ever not smoked. Kind of will. But that Honda, man, these new Hondas, when it gets cold, they smoke. I don't know why they do that. There's not too much oil in there. There's a perfect amount of oil in there. Otherwise, when it's warm, they don't smoke when they start. Anybody, if y'all want to tell me why they do that, that would be great. Wow. Guys, it is so incredibly cold out here. Man. Alrighty, what do y'all say about going to start the BG50? Because right now, guys, I'm giving the BG50 a break because I've been using that constantly, non-stop. So I'm going back to the tread back and then the 2PE, which we got it pretty much fixed. It just needs a few parts, like a spark plug, air filter. Not a new carb kit yet, but some other stuff for it, like maybe a manifold or two. I don't even think they make those anymore. Good job, guys. It's bloody cold out here. It's almost deathly cold to me. My hands are number than. Oh no, man. Oh wait. Wait a minute though. I'm gonna see if this one machine will actually start. I'll probably see it already. That didn't take anything. That's just ridiculous. The BG50. Let's see if this little pig will start. Yeah. up like nothing. That thing there, guys, it never starts easily. Then the cold, it usually starts easy. Sometimes it does. I can't even feel my thumb right now. Oh, that feels weird doing that in the cold. My hand's so numb. Alright, I bet you this will take a quarter of a choke. That's not... that's about a quarter right there. Half choke. It's 44 degrees out here. Okay, I give it that because it has not been started in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Try it one more time. Once you start it once, it'll start on one pole. Alright, guys. Well, what do you say we do part 2 on the other? Part 2. I need to start the tractor again and look up the trailer, which currently has I lost you. They call it the tripod. It has a charger, so it jerk it off. There's all this junk on it and around it. So we need to get that moved out of the way so pretty soon we can start doing our leaf stuff. Give it a go. Let's Gucci her up. Let me just do something real quick. Compare a 2018 HRR216 to a 1985 HR194. That is a 10, 30, 3-year difference. Check this out. Now they do still make these kind with the, that's the HR216, whatever it is, but they have your clutch bar, your blade gauge, and they have your throttle, which is different than this, and then you have your 7-speed. That's one of those HRX217. That's what those are, and then the other commercial models. Yeah, guys, pretty soon we'll be giving a 1-year review on that, if I remember. Y'all just remind me if y'all want a 1-year review on the HRR216. What do I like better? Guys, it is hard to hate. this machine right here, because it smokes oil like crazy all the time when you first start it. So, but this model right here with your clutch bar, blade gauge, pretty amazing. I love that. I love this. This is easy to do. Just let go. Here's my hand, how I set up. So you have this down. I have one hand over here. Then, so I usually have one hand right there. Let's see if I can hold the camera like this. So I have one hand like this. Right here, I rest this one here. It's comfortable. Doesn't take any muscle or anything to do. And then I have one hand, my hand like right here with my thumb. Just let that out. Turn it. Then engage it. And then I just go like this, go to the next row, then I get to the end. Then I do this again. And let it out. It's so easy. This doesn't wear out your thumbs. And then, of course, when you've been push mowing all day, and there's one yard that they want there's 2 yards that I cut at 3 inches because they've always been cut that way. Going from this to this is just relaxing because you can go in super slow speed. I usually keep it up in 2. When I get done, I always relieve all the pressure off the transmission and everything and make sure everything's back. This I thought was one of the dumbest things I have ever bought. It's pretty hard to hate this machine right here, but yet it's a pretty good machine. It is hard to hate this thing. So what you do, you pull that back. And you keep one hand here. Then you get to the end of the row and you just let out and then you go again. Well, this is also pretty cool features. You can move it wherever you want. That's all the way down. So when I first looked at the machine, I was like, if it's worth saving $400 next to an HRR216, which that's the model I wanted. And my dad was like, well, think if it gets stolen and stuff. So that's when I got to thinking. And this was reconditioned. It's a thing I never cut grass before. And there was a dumb butt who didn't even know how to even engage the blade, which clearly is made for idiots. 1, you push. Look, there's a clear number 2 right there. See? You push. Yeah. Right here. Of course, you have to hold the button down like this. And then you pull. Wait. Okay, I gotta find where it engages, I guess. Oh, there you have it. And then you go. But guys, I enjoyed mowing with this. This has been the main mower this summer until lately. I've been using this one to cut the yards. Then I'll do my other yards that have always been cut at that height. I have 3 yards I do with the Honda. This one, every now and then I'll drag it out if I want to get things done quickly. It's usually in the summer, but this thing right here, when I first got it, I used it on my first yard in my yard. I mowed 2 yards in my next door neighbor's yard. I had to take breaks with my hands. If you're not used to pushing down something like this gets comfortable after a while. It takes a little getting used to. But when you first get it and you use it and you mow several yards, my hands actually got sore. So, take that into consideration. The HRX217, on the other hand, has your clutch bar. And look at that. And if they have a model out, you know, just see how that feels, because obviously you have a small yard, this is the right machine for you. But if you're doing a lot of yards, when you first couple times you use it, your hands are sore. My dad used it and his hands were sore. This is just totally new to me, this system right here. I saw it on the internet, thought it was one of the dumbest things. You know, this is a nice machine, got enough power for what I need to do. I would have bought the HRX217, but it was like $900. It's kind of a ridiculous price, but it's Honda. So, but if you buy that, you get years out of it, like 20 years out of it. This was okay, but it wasn't one of my favorites. I've gotten used to it, but this thing goes so incredibly fast. It's worn out my knees. Like, okay guys, let me just give y'all a consideration what I would do with it. I would mow this yard, except for the back part. So I'd mow this area in the front yard. Then I would do across the street, which is a corner lot, front and back. Then I would do this big, my property. Then I would go do another one up the street. And I would do all that in the morning. It'd take me about 2.5, 3 hours to do. Then I would come back, drop the mower off. I'm already worn out from going along and just in general, just pushing. It's not pushing or anything. I keep this thing going at full speed the whole time. And I don't like slowing down, and then, you know, I just get going. But man, I got tired of doing that after a while. I enjoy getting things done fast. This thing cuts well for mowing so fast, and yeah, but I mean, guys, I'm fit. I'm only like 115 pounds, believe it or not. I weighed myself the other day. I'm only like 115 pounds, but I do a lot of work in a day for my little self, and that is a great machine. But doing that for 4 yards and going this, I make sure everything is going as fast as it can, as fast as I want to go. And I would do, my Fitbit would say at the end of the day, when I would mow, you know, all these 4 yards at once, and then go do a property, clean gutters and do that. I'll tell you one day I did real quick. So I did my yard, my next door neighbors, front and back, did across the street, because it was about to rain for like a week and a half, and I was not going to be able to get to do yards after that because it's going to be so wet. That was in June, when that one time where it rained, and then it got super dry. But before that happened, the yards were kind of tall because it had rained a week or two before. So I went and mowed all the yards. That before they put that pool and started demolishing the backyard, I was doing front and back on that, and I was cleaning up flower beds over there. Then I was doing this whole yard, no edging, just the front yard and this little pet area when she had her dog alive. And I would mow all that, edge my yard. I'd go edge my aunt and uncle's yard and mow that with this John Deere. And I would go do another one up over here. I would go do another one up on the corner, and then one behind it. So I was doing all that and all that edging, and then doing projects and like trimming shrubs. And one day, guys, I walked 24,000 steps, which was roughly about 10, that was like 11 miles one day. And I was so beat up. Next day, I did some stuff like maintenance and stuff, but man, guys, I'm going to get more properties, and my grandfather wants to help me. So I'm going to have an overload of work this summer. 3 or 4 new properties are going to be added. And so I don't know what's going to be added. They're saying it's a possibility they want to hire me. So I don't know, guys. I've been blabbering on about this, and I'm sick, kind of, and just congested. So anyways, guys, enough blabbering. I guess we're going to get on with the next cold start video. And yeah, but anyways, guys, I'm not trying to be negative about this, but this machine here is pretty amazing. It rides easily, it's smooth, it runs, and this thing will run, and it doesn't swallow fuel. That thing there is 33 years old, and it doesn't do a thing. It doesn't burn a bit of fuel. It just kind of, and then it's done, and then 5 minutes, it just goes, It doesn't like gulp the fuel, it just like licks. It just goes lick, and it takes another lick. It's just like no fuel is used in this. And I did a test one time for the carburetor bowl. I cut the fuel off completely, and it ran for about 5 minutes. That little bowl right there. Now, of course, this thing is old, and that little blocker, might not have sealed it up all the way, but that's pretty good, guys. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. We're gonna get on with cold start videos before the next cold start video before it gets too dark. And yeah.